This
Yeah, thank you,
conference
Chintan.
will now be recorded.
Okay, yeah, thank you guys for reminding. Thank you, Tilly. So this is what yesterday we have seen, like what Cypress language we are going to deal with. So there are two types of languages that is available or that is compatible with Cypress. One is like JavaScript and another one is like TypeScript. So like if you ask me like whether if I want to learn Cypress, whether I need to know both the languages, absolutely no. So it is not required to learn both the languages. And if you learn one language, the other language is going to be the similar. So there is no going to be like big difference between them. Obviously, there will be a language, programming language differences, but when it comes to JavaScript and TypeScript, so there is not much big differences available. So it's similar to that of JavaScript. So why we choose the JavaScript part? So why Cypress is using the JavaScript, or why we choose the JavaScript is like basically like JavaScript is the framework in which Cypress was developed, and it's the native scripting language that is being used. So and when you see like in an industry perspective, like when you go to any organization, so most of all the Cypress will be using one particular programming language for it to understand, for it to use. That is nothing but the JavaScript. So TypeScript is mainly like used by developers for the latest Angular and the React stuff. So that way also we can use it up. So let me show it to you one simple example, like why TypeScript doesn't matter in Cypress, or the programming language doesn't matter in Cypress. I think someone pinged. Let me check it. Okay, yeah, thank you, Tony. So Cypress, Cypress docs. Maybe let me put something like Cypress should not exist. Okay, here is the official docs. So when you go to official docs, there will be something like the way to implement using JavaScript and TypeScript. Okay, so here they haven't used it, but there will be something like say one part will be like say like a JavaScript, and another one you can use it as a TypeScript. So there will be two different way of usage. Maybe let me quickly show you the example. But JavaScript or TypeScript, the programming language, both are mostly similar. So the majority of the industry uses JavaScript, so we'll be going along with the JavaScript. So that's one thing. Mainly we are focusing on JavaScript. Maybe I'll just one section. Okay. Let me show you, because the doc itself will be providing you one JavaScript way and one usage of TypeScript. So both you can use it up. There is no big difference. Okay, here it's not showing. Okay, I'll show you an example later, later part in our sessions when we jump into the Cypress. So let's continue with this one. So when you say like say we'll be dealing with Cypress and with the JavaScript. So in order to learn the JavaScript, so basically we need to learn from the basics. So if you ask me like what percentage of coding should I know in order to excel in Cypress? So basically you need to know at least 75 percentage of JavaScript in order to make yourself more comfortable with Cypress. So that's why a programming language is more important. And you can ask me also like why we need to learn so much of JavaScript. So why? Because like simple as it is, if you want to do some validations, or if you want to do some type of logical analysis or logical scripting, so some type of programming language we need it up. So in order to use that particular programming language only, the Cypress uses either JavaScript or TypeScript. So in our session, we are going to deal about the JavaScript. So we'll be seeing about the complete JavaScript. Uh, like this JavaScript we are not going to spend more time on this JavaScript. We are going to start from the basics, and we are going to cover up to like say intermediary level of it. So one level below the advanced we'll be covering it, because mostly like JavaScript is used for like a developers to update like say, or not to update, maybe to develop a particular application, whether it's going to be mobile or a web application or anything it's going to be. So that type of advanced topics we don't require it up for scripting in Cypress. We need to know certain commands, certain loops, certain type of variables we need to know in order to excel in Cypress. So with the help of JavaScript. So that's wherein we'll be starting about this particular topics for today. So let me check someone pinged in. Sorry, yeah, someone maybe entered the room, I think. Yeah. Okay, so these are the topics that we are going to discuss about today. So these are the very basic topics. Whoever doesn't know even programming languages, will be like this is going to be the start for them. So to make yourself more comfortable in any programming language, and again I'm reiterating it. So whether you're going to learn Java, C Sharp, JavaScript, TypeScript, or Python, anything. So all the programming languages will or is going to be the same. That means the concepts is going to be the same. The way of usage is going to be different. So today's thing is like we are going to learn all these things in the JavaScript. So these are the basics. So and also like from the interview perspective as well. So when you attend any Cypress interviews or any automation interviews, they'll be asking you what is a programming language you know. So you can tell like say like Java, JavaScript, TypeScript, C Sharp, anything. But why it is important is like first they will test your logical analysis, like how well you're in the coding. So that's wherein the coding plays a major part. So kindly take this as a serious one because JavaScript or any programming languages, if you're going to go for any interview, they're going to ask you the programming languages. So this is going to be the play a major role in your interview process because as it is as a Cypress as a tool, it's very easy tool. So you don't need to worry about it. There are certain commands, certain syntax available. Just you need to memorize it or you need to keep on using it to be familiarized. But JavaScript, you need to think a lot about it as a programming language or a scripting language, and you need to apply it and check it how it works. So programming language in an interview or in a automation, it plays a major role. So let's get started. So these things why I'm telling is like these are like an important thing in any interviews or any automation skills that you're going to learn. So today we are going to learn about introduction to JavaScript. So data types, operators, data types and operators, conditional statements, loop statements, and variable declarations. So let's try to learn all these things. If time is available, we'll cover more topics as well over here. So within this 45, 40 to 40 minutes to 1 hour, like 60 minutes, like I just uh, cover these things. If we are able to cover all these things, we'll cover more topics as well. So just this is going to be an agenda for today for this time being. So let's move ahead. So let's see about introduction to JavaScript. So JavaScript is nothing but maybe let me put you a question. So maybe you guys can answer. Like, is JavaScript an object-oriented programming language? Maybe you can ping in the chat as well. Maybe any idea you have, or let me rephrase the question. Like, is JavaScript a object-oriented programming language, or you know any language which is object-oriented programming? Yeah, Shizi, you have unmuted yourself. Maybe something you have to come in. Hmm, maybe anyone can answer, like whether JavaScript, Java is oops. Yeah, great. Thank you, Vikram. Yeah, that's correct. So, how about JavaScript? Any idea? Python and Java is object oriented. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. So Python and Java are object oriented language. Yeah, thank you. So if anyone want to ping, you can ping it. So we'll continue. So as JS is, it is a scripting. It is scripting JS. Yeah, we can say it as a scripting language. Yeah, that is also fine. So as Tilly said, like she was right, like Python and Java are object-oriented language. So any programming language you take it up, there is some type of object-oriented link towards it. So I think, like to my knowledge, like I think Groovy is the only scripting language which basically doesn't have any object-oriented. Maybe, but whoever worked in Groovy mode, maybe you will have like a better view. But to my knowledge, like Groovy doesn't have any oops things. So JavaScript is an object-based scripting language. So as maybe Vikram, yeah, Vikram said it's a scripting language, and Tilly said it's an object-based scripting. Yeah, both are right. And JavaScript uses a translator which is responsible for converting the JavaScript code to the browser. So this point, like why I'm specifically mentioned is like because usually JavaScript is used in order to do something in the web application. So that's wherein we have the JavaScript code available and it will be converted to the web application using with the help of translators. Okay. Yeah. Somebody join. Yeah, with the help of translators. So basically, the next thing let's go like say let's point. It is an interrupted full-fledged programming language that enables the dynamic interactivity on websites when applied to the HTML document. Okay, so when we say web browser, so like say we have a web browser. Okay, this is a web browser. So when you say web browser, it always linked to something called a HTML page over here. So whenever there is a web page available, there is going to be a HTML page. So similarly, the JavaScript also, it's going to be like linked to some HTML page when it is considered for development. So again, I'm insisting when it considered for a development. So that's wherein like any HTML page, if you open it in your browser, like basically you can try to search like say JavaScript. So you can see it is getting highlighted. So as you can see, any JavaScript language that you're going to do it, it will be always inside the script. Sometimes it can be outside the script, but mostly it is available inside the script tag. So we call this as a tags. All these pink color, I assume the color is pink. So all these pink color, like say HTML, iframe, meta, style, script, all these things, we call it as a tags. So mostly your JavaScript will be existing inside the script tag mostly whenever it's for your development, and then it will be used inside the script, and then from the script it can be used anywhere inside the HTML. So that's the meaning of this particular line. It enables dynamic interactivity with the websites when applied to the HTML document. So with JavaScript, user can build a more modern web application to interact directly without reloading the every page every time. So what is the advantage of JavaScript? So basically, so when you go back, like say a decade back, maybe by 2010 or 2000s, so basically there were applications wherein like maybe nowadays there is not that type of application, but there are application wherein you enter a particular field, a text field, a name as a text field, and when you go to the second text field, maybe a name, and then there is a phone number available. So when you enter the name and then when you skip to the phone number, that means when you go to the next field phone number, there is a small refresh will be happening inside the web browsers. So that type of activity where it's try to store the elements, or like it tries to store the data, so that particular wait time or that particular loading time is being neglected as part of the JavaScript when it was being developed. So JavaScript will avoid reloading of every page. So that is the main purpose where JavaScript plays into picture. And the traditional website uses the JS to provide several forms of interactivity and simplicity. So to enrich a particular website also, we use the JavaScript. Simple as it is. So any doubts here so far till now? So any doubts you have? I'll pause for a minute or two before proceeding to the next slide. Okay, I assume there is no doubt. So let's proceed. Thank you guys. So next is like what are the features available in JavaScript? All popular web browsers support JavaScript as they provide built-in execution environment. JavaScript follows the syntax and structure of C programming languages. That's why it is called as a structured programming languages. So JavaScript is a weakly typed language, which is implicitly cast depending on the operations. So these things we'll check it out once we deep dive into it. So and it is an object-oriented programming languages. So that's what we discussed on the first instance. So where you gave some good answers. Thank you. So it is lightweight and interrupted language. It is case sensitive basically, and JavaScript is supportable in several operating machines. So this is mostly important. So what my programming languages, where does it support? So it supports across everywhere. So there is no hindrance for it. And the usage. So just now we saw one particular usage where we can use it inside the HTML script tag. So that's where it is available over here. So within the script tag, and also we can use it with head tag as well, and use of alerts. So alert is nothing but it's kind of a pop-up available. So let me put it in the bracket. I'll show you all these things. Don't worry, we have a practical as well. So using external file as well. So when you say external file, we can say some name.js. So that's an external file. You can keep it as a JS. JavaScript is always, or a JavaScript file is always denoted by something called a .js. So .js is the extension. So how you have like a .java and .class and .py. Similarly, .js is an extension for JavaScript. So these are the ways in which a JavaScript can be useful. So now let's jump into like what are the how we do all these things. Okay. So to start off with, okay. So to start off with, let me tell you like I'll be using the editor as VS Code. So I hope you guys did you guys install the VS Code by any chance in your laptop or desktop? Maybe after yesterday's session. Maybe you can simply comment in the chat or unmute and say yes or no. So no issues. Okay, I assume maybe yes or no, maybe okay, fine. So take some time to install for the Visual Studio Code. So why I'm specifically asking have you installed it is not or not is like say every time we cannot use our HTML page to run our scripts in JavaScript basically. So what we are going to do it is like when you install the VS Code, so basically there is an extension available for you over here. So this tab will be available. So go to this extension. There will be something called a code runner available. Just try to install this code runner so that you can run your JavaScript directly over here without using any HTML. Okay. So simple as it is. Maybe I'll take a screenshot, maybe, or you can note it down in a piece of paper or somewhere. So try to install this plugin or an extension, whatever you may call. So and then you can run your scripts directly without using the HTML. So I'll show it to you as well. Okay. So let's jump into it. So first thing is like how is the usage? So we can use our JavaScript inside the script tag as well. So let's see what is the script tag belongs to. So let me show you. Okay. So I've used the .html. Okay. So this is where I've used it. So let me comment this out. Okay. For now, I'm just commenting it. So okay. So you can see it over here. I have a file. So simple as it is, just you can open a new file, control save. Okay. So control save. Okay, it doesn't happen. So let's type something or let's put a space bar and control save. Okay, it's not happening. Okay, let's try it up. Okay. So you need to have the script tag. So let me copy it and paste it and then slash script. So always a script tag should always have a opening and closing. So this is the opening and below is the closing one. And anything you want to write it in inside the script tag. So basically that's going to be a JavaScript. So this document dot write is nothing but it's a keyword inside your HTML script tag wherein it's going to be displayed. So what I'll do now, I'm going to do a control S or like say let me go to this file, save. Okay, I think it is saved somewhere. Let me check it. Okay, it's assuming it as a file. So let me do it as a save as. Okay, it's not happening. Just a minute. Or no problem. Just me let me do it for you. So I have another editor, BB edit. So let me copy the script. Go to the BB edit, paste it, save it. So let me change it as like say demo instead of demo HTML. So instead of .txt, let me change it as HTML. So and it will be like as of now I'll put it in the downloads and save it. So you can see the colors has been changed, right? So let me open it from downloads. Right click, open with Chrome, Firefox, any browser you can do it. So browser doesn't matter. So if I open it in Chrome, so you can see JavaScript is a simple language, simple as it is. This is how it works. So in the Visual Studio, you can see. Let me close this one. Okay, it's not closing. Okay. Okay. So let me go to the VBA bit. Okay. Okay. So this is a simple scripting wherein a JavaScript executes inside a script tag. So any doubts still here so far? This is a simple one. So if I make any changes over here, language, this is a simple language, test, something like that. And if you go to your particular page, you refresh it, you get all these things available. So this is a simple way of representation inside a JavaScript representation inside a script tag of your HTML. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. You guys have installed. Okay. Great. Thank you. Okay. So this is how we represent it out. So now let's move on to the next one. So using the head tag. So let's see how it. Yes. Is there something? Okay. Sorry. I heard somebody was talking. Okay. So next we'll see, like, say, how other in which way the head is being implemented. So let me show it to you. So this is going to be the dev2. So this is how JavaScript is going to be executed inside your head tag. So that is a HTML tag, head tag. So these things, everything you need to script it out. There is no predefined things available. Just you need to write, like, say, HTML head script, simple as it is, text slash JavaScript. And you can see here this function, as of now you ignore it out. I'll tell you what it is. So just read the code, simple as it is. Inside the script, I'm writing something like a function, msg, and an alert. So this alert, you can see it's a combination of head and alert. So head plus alert. So as alert, you can see it's a pop-up available. So I've created something like, hello, this is JavaScript demo. And then I have, like, again, a head, body, form, and input. So there is a button available. Type is going to be a button, and value is going to be a click. On click, I am going to invoke this particular function. So let me show it to you. How does it work? You can see it over here. First, am I getting it? Hello, this is a JavaScript demo. Welcome to, okay, it's over here. Sorry. Welcome to JavaScript. Okay. Hello, this is, it will be coming as a pop-up. Okay. So this is the body, first thing that is available over here. So let me make you understand. So whatever page it is, you can see p tag. So that is the p tag that I mentioned, and the form. So form, in the sense, you can highlight it like this one as well. Form. And when you expand it, I have the input. I created something like input type is a button. So this is a button, and which has the value click. On top of it, I've written the click. On click, I'm going to invoke this alert. So what you can do is, like, if I click on this alert, you can see, hello, this is a JavaScript demo, simple as it is. So what it usually does is, like, basically it invokes this particular MGS from your head script, which is nothing but your JavaScript, simple as it is. If you want to change this click button, you can just change it over here. Something like this, you can do it. Please click. Save it. Just refresh it. You can see please click. Simple as it is. That's it. If you want to change this message that is getting popped up, you can do it over here. Hello guys. Simple. Save it. No need to close your browser. Just refresh it. That's it. And then please click. Hello guys. Simple as it is. Now you can see these things are available. If you open your header, you can see this function will be available. So any JavaScripts available, you can use it as part of script, but inside the header also you can use it. Inside the HTML also you can use it. This is a difference to show it. And also, like, the pop-up message. Like, if I click over here, this particular pop-up message, you'll be using it over here. Simple as it is. So it is pulling this hello guys from over here. Simple as it is. This is how it works. So anything so far till now? before we move on to how to use it as an external file, JS file. So anything till now so far?
Yeah, Harun, can you please show me once and how you, from where you're writing the script?
Sure, Jagdish. Yeah, as you can see it over here, I have a particular HTML file that I've already given. If you want to start it from the scratch, basically you can open like this, a particular new file, and you can start typing like HTML, and then you need to write it from the scratch actually. So that's the thing. So since it might take a lot of time, so I already written it. I already had few things. That's where I did. So and then you can have it as a head over here, HEAD, and then again you have a close bracket head, simple as it is. And inside that you can have something like a script, and then you can use this one. Type is equal to this particular,
Yeah.
and then close it. So it automatically creates. So and this document sorry, document dot write will invoke the particular text whichever is available. So you can hijack this. Simple. Save it. Uh, I'm not sure why it's not saving. Let me try it. So let me try it. Let me close the VS Code. Let me reopen it. Okay. So Control V, save it. Okay. And you can give any name, but the extension should be .html. So maybe like
Okay.
say Jagdish file. Okay, and you can save it. And now to open it, just go to the path where you have saved it. Okay, open it in any browser. So we have opened it in Chrome. Maybe if you want to open it in Firefox, it's well enough. No issues. You can see hi Jagdish. Simple.
Okay.
And if you want to inspect it, so basically you can right click over here, inspect value will be available. You can inspect it out. So all the HTML, whatever you have written, it will be available over here. Simple as it is.
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Similarly, same way only we have written this one. Yeah. We have header and stuff. So simple as it is. So this is like say how you can start about it, because it will be like these things when you do it. It will some people find it more interesting, and they work do some lot of things with these things. Yeah, because HTML has a lot of functionality like input, so they try to create their own static pages and then learn about it with the help of JavaScript. Now let's move on to the any doubts, anyone apart from this? Okay, I assume it as a no. Maybe let's continue. So how to add it with the help of an external file. So how to add it with the help of external file is like you can name any external file as a .js file, and then you can invoke it inside your HTML. Simple as it is. Let me show you a quick example. So I've created a demo 4.js file. Let me open it in Visual Studio. How is it? Okay, it's here. So this is a .js file. Okay. So I'll explain about you what are these things. Okay. Let me try a different thing. .js state conditional array. Okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. So this is one particular item. So please ignore this one. So that is a different topic. We'll see that today itself. So you can see it over here. HTML head script is there, and SRC will be there. So what is the meaning of SRC? Is nothing but your source. That's a tag available as part of your HTML, which we can be using it up. So what we are going to do about is like say, uh, SRC is the place where you are going to mention what is the JavaScript file that you are going to invoke. So usually what happens is like wherever you're keeping this HTML file in the same place or in the same location, you're going to keep your message.js file. Simple as it is. Like say you can see it over here, message.js file exists. So let me open it as well and show it to you. So if you see it over here, function mgs alert. Hello all, welcome to the session. Simple. This is a JS file that I'm going to use it up, and this where I'm going to use it is like inside the header src I'm going to use it up, and welcome to JavaScript. So when I run this one, basically let me run it and show it to you. Open with Google Chrome. Welcome to JavaScript, so that you can see it over here. And the form input button, value click, on click, I'll call your message over here. Okay, so what is this message? Where does this MSG exist? Over here. Simple. So we have mentioned the path over here. So not the path, the file name over here. So always it is better to keep the .js file where your HTML is available. If not, you need to give the location, like say C drive, D drive, like say something like the C colon slash documents. All this path you need to give. So it is better to avoid that complexity. Better mention it inside the HTML file where it exists. And now if I click on this one, you can see hi all, welcome to the session. It will be invoking from this message. So anything and everything, like say all these things, why I'm telling is like, because this understanding you need to have how JavaScript is used within a head tag, within a script, and what is the alert, and how it is used from an external file. These are the basic thing about your JavaScript. So this is how you can use it. So anything you use it over here, like say welcome to the session, thank you, something you mentioned, save it, click on OK, just refresh it, click again, you see that whatever you did is getting reflected. Simple as it is. Again, when you right click and inspect it, basically, so make sure you are getting familiarized with this inspect, because going forward in Cypress, we are going to use this a lot. So that's why I'm showing it to you. So you can see whatever you have available, everything will be available over here. Simple as it is. So this is how a basic JavaScript function will be functioning inside your web page. So any doubt here so far till now?
In Inspect, are we able to edit any message?
Yeah, you can edit it temporarily. Maybe for example, if there is a click available, right? Maybe let me show it, like say, click me, enter it. You can see it's available over here. But when you refresh it, basically it goes out. That's it. Because inside your HTML file or your JS file, that is what you have written. So it will be always invoking from here. But for temporary purpose, you can just use it within this page.
Okay.
Something like this. Yeah. And when you see the console as well, okay, this one I'll show it you later. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so this is how it is getting functioned. So any doubts here so far till now? Okay, so I assume it doesn't know. Yeah, thank you so much. So let's move on with our topics. So let's see like what is a JavaScript command looks like. So in a JavaScript, basically we can comment single line or a multi-line. So basically if you go to the JavaScript, in the sense now we are moving from HTML to JavaScript, please mind it out. We are going from HTML to JavaScript. So if you want to comment a single line, you can do it something like double slash. If you want to comment multi-line, you can do something like this. Simple as it is. Okay, so this is how it works, a comment. Why I'm telling major about comment is like it, you can be within a team of 5 6 people or 10 people. So if you want to tell this particular what is code, what is going to do, so we cannot call them individually and tell. You can write on top of the particular code something like this, like say for example, function available double slash, this code calls the alert pop-up. Simple as it is. Save it, and when you go to your code, simple as it is, when you run it, click it, you can't see that comment. Simple as it is. That is what it, the comment will be doing it. It comments and makes you to understand what does the code look like, or what does the code function to. So it's not always a good programming language behavior to do it, but whenever it is necessary, you need to do the comments. Simple as it is. So let's move on to next one. So simple thing, a comment. Next one, what are the data types and operators available? So it's going to be string, number, boolean, undefined, and null. So undefined is nothing but you cannot define it. It can be an exponential, it can be anything, a number with bigger decimal digits or something like that, alphanumeric, anything it can be there. and null is also a part of data type, and non-primitive is nothing but objects and arrays. So that also we'll cover it in the later section. So there are, if in your interview, if they ask like what are the different types of data types, you can tell primitive and non-primitive and list them, these two things. So also like string, so let me show it to you. Okay, so before that, what are the operators available? So operators is going to be like the same thing as that of any programming languages, C, C sharp or Java, anything, Python or anything. So addition, subtraction, multiplication. So addition is usually represented by plus, and subtraction is usually by hyphen, and multiplication usually represented by asterisk. Division is usually represented by slash, and modulus is nothing but a reminder, it's going to be a percentage. Increment is nothing but plus plus, decrement is nothing but minus minus. So it's not showing double minus over here, but consider it as minus space minus, but I can't give a space, so I'm just covering it up. Okay, so these are the operators available, so any addition things you can do it up. And these are the bitwise or a comparative operator available, is equal to, identical, not equal, not identical, greater than equal to, lesser than, less than equal to. So all these things are available. Okay, so before we go on to these things, there is a main thing. So what is a variable declaration? How do we declare a variable inside your JavaScript? So basically there are three different ways to do it. So one is like let. So these are all the keywords. Okay, mind it, these are all the keywords. Let, var, const. Const is nothing but a constant. So let is a older fashioned way of usage, but still it's in usage. Like say let a is equal to 10. So if you want to print it out, anything like in JavaScript, console.log, simple as it is, and then you can mention it as a. Or if you want to mention something, the like say the value for the number colon, you need to do it like this, simple as it is. But let me save it over here, .js file. You can see it is automatically saving it as a .js file, maybe rough demo.js file. So if you want to run the script and check it, so you remember, right? I asked you to install an extension. So if you want to install an extension, simple as it is. If you're using a Windows, it's going to be a shortcut key Control Shift N. But if you're using a Mac, Control Option N. You can see the number is getting printed. So for this easiness only, I asked you to install that particular thing so that you don't need to worry about the HTML. You can directly execute it and go off. Okay, simple as it is. So you can see it over here. So any difference you can see it from these two lines of code? Any observations you find? Maybe anyone? Any piece of observation that you find it over here?
We are not writing any script tags, head HTML tags.
Yes, that is one thing. Any other thing? Simple. I mentioned a semicolon over here. I didn't mention a semicolon over here. So why doesn't throw me an error? Because that is how the JavaScript will be there. So you don't need to mention any semicolon as like in Java. So you can, whether it's your wish to mention that semicolon or not, it's up to you. But with or without it, basically it will be performing it. Simple. But thank you. Thank you, Jagdish. That is also a good observation. There is no HTML tags or anything because it's a .js file. Because we are migrating from HTML to .js file. So in JS file, there is no HTML tag, nothing. All your JavaScript language coding only will be available over here. Simple as it is. Even with this one also, you can do it up. So no issues. Simple. It will be printing out the line for you. If you want to clear this one, simple. There is a clear over here. You click it, it will be clear. Simple. Now, let is one type of option. So another type of option is going to be something called a var. Okay. So you can have it as a var, even a var, and you run it up, it still provides you the result. And also one more thing, const, that is also available. Even if it is going to be a const, it is going to give you the output. Then what is the difference? what is the difference between the const, var, and the let. So basically, var and let is the same. Var is the old-fashioned way of usage, and let is the new-fashioned way of usage. Or I think I'm doing it vice versa. Yeah, let is the old way of usage, and var is a new way of usage. But both you can use it. The latest version supports everything. The JavaScript supports everything. Var, let, anything you can use. Both is going to be the same. Now let me show you what does a var and let will do. So var a is equal to 10. Now a is equal to 0. A is equal to 90. So what do you think will be going to be the output? Even if it's wrong, no problem, no issues. You can just convey it.
90.
90.
Yeah, that's
90,
correct. No, it's going
0,
to be
1,
10. It's going to be 10. Just a minute. Yeah, sorry, it's 1090. Yes. Okay. Just I made you confused. It's going to be 90. So why it's 90? Why it's taking 90? Why not 10?
We are assigning, right? The values we are assigning. A equal to, then A
Exactly.
equal
We
to
are assigning. Exactly. But if I change this, that is the right answer. We are assigning it multiple times. So whatever is the latest value, it will be taking it up. So what about this const? Let me clear
now
it.
it will be 10
Just
only.
exactly. Okay. I think there is a refresh issue. It's not like that. Yeah, you can see it over here. Just a minute. It's a refresh issue, but it will be only 10 because const can never be changed. Okay, because const means it's like a constant. It can never be changed. I think this is a compiler issue, I think. So ignore it out. So const, if you assign a value a is equal to 10, it's going to be 10. Its value is never going to be changed. Simple example for that, it's going to be like say, just this is a simple example of it. Okay, const number is equal to 42. When I try the number 99, so basically it will give you an exception. Simple. Okay, so it will not go about it. It will give you an exception. So no output is getting caught because constant is always a constant. You cannot change that value. If it is going to be a var or let, you can change your value. So simple as it is. Okay. So any doubt here so far? I think, yeah, you get your exception here. Okay, you get the exception. Type error, assignment to constant variable, so it cannot be changed. Simple as it is. But if you didn't change it up, like in the previous example, I think it's a 3 or rough. What is it I get? Yeah, so here. So if you didn't give these things, so basically it's going to print your 10. Okay, okay, it's just compiler issue, so no issues. Okay, so if it's always going to be a 10, it's going to be a 10. So okay, so any doubt here so far till now? Let me close all these things first. So do you get the difference between the const, let, and var? So any issues here so far? So these are all the keywords. Now, what is the proper way of usage? The name must start with the letter A to Z or capital A to Z, and it can have an underscore or a dollar sign. So this is how basically any JavaScript data type is going to work, or your variable you are going to see it in your programming. After the first letter, we can use digits as well, and JavaScript variable are case sensitive. So keep in mind it's case sensitive. So because why I'm insisting like why it's case sensitive is like because you don't have a proper editor. So if you change the name, like say a small letter to capital letter, and you keep on thinking for half an hour, 1 hour, like why it's not working, first you can check the case sensitiveness. Okay, simple as it is, and then you can use it up. So next thing is like about the loops and conditional statements. So it's going to be the same thing as that in any programming language. So there are different types of looping and conditional statements: if else, if switch, for, while, and do while. Okay, so let's see a few examples for these stuffs. Conditional statements. Okay, so this is a conditional statement for if statement. The first one is for if. Okay, so let me comment it out. I think now you need to be familiarized with the comment, how we are commenting. So if I want to comment it bulk, I can do it like this. So you can comment it something like this, slash star, go to them, because sometimes I'm used to Eclipse, so the these shortcuts are like little hectic. Okay, yeah. So when you run the script, so this is a if condition. If a is greater than 10, so basically it will print that particular thing. Simple. So a is a even number. So somewhere it's getting pulled the values. Please ignore this one. Okay, value is greater than 10. Simple as it is. Okay, so if you okay, let me clear it out. So if it's going to be if else, if the condition is satisfied, it will go here. If not, it will go here. Okay, even if it is commented, it's pulling, but kindly ignore it. Okay, so this is going to be this one. So if condition this one, let me put it in the edit actually, because I don't want you to get confused. Okay, I'll say control shift 10. You can see a is a even number. Okay, a percentage of 2, the remainder is 2, you get like say sorry, the remainder is 0, you get like a is a even number. If it's going to be like say 21, save it, control shift 10, a is a odd number. Simple as it is. And if you want to get like say if else, if condition, so sometimes these conditions will be used because you need to validate like what happens my condition if it goes like this and this and stuff. You can use it up. So where is equal to 10, if a is double equal to 10 is equal to 10, else if both the condition are not satisfied, or like say if 3 condition are not satisfied, the last one will be pulling in. Okay, let me show it to you as well. So pulling a is equal to 20, so it should pull in this one, so it's not pulling in. Let me save it. Yeah, a is equal to 20. So if none of it is matching, maybe say I give it as a 21, save it. So you can see at the last, it is not equal to this one. So it's printing the last one. So this is what if else if and conditions. Simple as it is. Okay. And next conditional statement is going to be like switch, for, while, and do while loop. So let's see all these conditions. So switch condition is simple. So this is similar to that of else if, and else. It is similar to that one. But when you check it in the background, right? So in a if else if condition, so basically it will go to every statement and validate it out. Like if this is satisfied, this is satisfied, this is satisfied, and if nothing is satisfied, then it will go to the else. But a conditional switch statement it doesn't perform like that. It directly goes to the switch. If it is B, it will directly go to B. It will not keep on checking all the statements. Simple as it is. That is how it is performs. Okay, so this will be more efficient. Usually people tell like if else if is good, but switch is efficient. Simple. Okay, like see B is a grade, so it's over here. So if I see like say F, I think F is nowhere over here, so it will go to the default one, no grade. Simple. Okay, this is how a switch condition will be performing. And then we go to the while and do while. Simple. So how to do a while and do while? Not this, sorry. I think there is no file. So while and do while is simple. So what you can do it is like say while is similar to that of if condition. So it can be something like say let a is equal to 10. Sorry, a is equal to 10, and then we can have it as a while statement. While a is equal to 10, then we are going to print something like console dot log single quotes. This is equal something like that. Okay. Okay. So when you run it, it goes to the infinite loop actually. Usually it should not go. Okay. So let me say if a is greater than 10, then print this one out. Okay. If not, okay, let me clear it out. The code is running. Okay. Let me close it. Okay. And reopen it. Wow. Okay. This is a problem actually. We need to terminate it. Let me put it. Yeah. Because it's an infinite loop. That's why that's the problem. Okay. So you see nothing is getting printed. But if it is a is less than 11, if you have a condition like that, oops, I forgot to save it. Okay, it's going to again to the infinite loop. Okay, kind of thing. Okay, fine, no problem. But this is how a while condition will be existing. A do while condition has a difference. So do it will be available over here, and then do a particular statement if a is less than 10, or like say if I'll give it as a 5, a is 5. If a is less than 10, do this statement while, and then you can mention a while, and then you can mention a condition. Simple as it is. This is how you can do it out. Let me show it to you. Just a minute. I'll just reopen it. Okay, so this is how the condition will look like. While a is, you need to keep on doing that particular thing while a is less than or equal to 5. Okay, something like this you'll be doing it about. Okay, and next thing is going to be something like say do while. Okay, and finally the for statement. Okay, while and do while and
Um,
for.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
For the do while, do you
Mhm.
need the condition statement next to the do? Because I thought it's do this statement
Yeah.
while the condition is true.
Yes. Yes, that's true. I thought somebody will notice it. Thank God you noticed it. Yeah. So please be alert. This is how it works. Thank you. What's your name?
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. Yeah, Tilly. Thank you, Tilly. Yeah, that is how it is. Why everyone was quiet till now? Okay, somebody could have shooted out. Yeah, this is how it works. Okay, no issues. Okay, this is how it will be working. But again, this is go to the infinite loop. Okay, so no problem. So maybe for just an assignment for you, try this do while loop. Okay, and then check it out. And next for the for loop. So how many of you
Oh,
have did the
could,
for loop? Yeah, yeah. Please
I
go ahead.
was
Yeah.
wondering, could you show us an example that's not an infinite loop? Like
Yeah, sure.
how would that look like with a do
Yeah, yeah.
while?
Sure. Just now let me modify this statement. Uh, okay, do this statement and then do this statement till is maybe I can give a condition something like is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than or equal to 2 maybe. 2 is lesser than Okay, let me see this one. Okay, got it. So it will print only once because only 2 I given. If I increase it by 3, save it. Oops, it will be printing once because it's going to check, like say if a is equal to 5, do this particular statement while a is less than equal to 3. So 3 times it will be checking it up. So 3 times it will be doing it up. Maybe a simple thing would be like say, let's give some big numbers. A is equal to 10 while a is less than equal to 5. So 10. Still it does only once, but why it doesn't do it
If we
twice? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes.
question, if we changed the var a to 5 and then we said do
Mm-hmm.
console log this is equal, shouldn't we also increment a and then increment or de-increment a while
Yeah.
a is less
Mm-hmm.
than or equal to 10, and then it
Mm-hmm.
should execute multiple times, correct?
Correct. Exactly. So that's what it's missing over here. So a will be incremented. Correct, right? Okay. So let me rephrase it
And then
something like
we
this.
change,
Uh-huh.
yeah, we changed line 1 to, we'll say 5,
Mm-hmm.
a equals to
Mm-hmm.
5, and then
Mm-hmm.
we changed the while condition to say 10, and it should increment like 5, 6, 7, 8,
Okay. Okay.
6
We'll try.
times,
I'll give.
correct?
Yes. Let's try something like this, where a is equal to
Okay.
0, and let me do it like this is equals, and then what I will do it is like a I'll be incrementing it. So while a is less than 5. Okay. So how many times do you think it will work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it? Because first time it will enter, then it will check the 4 times. Fifth time it will not be doing it, because this is the beauty of do while loop, because the do statement will be executing first and then the increment and validation. Simple as it is. Got it?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yes. So try this one do while, because it will be like a more useful one. Yeah. So yeah. So the last statement for today is like say for loop. So for loop is quite simple. Uh, it's like a iteration. So how we did is like over here. So it will be do will be executing once and then the increment and the iteration. But for the for loop, basically it will be simple as it is. Something like say for and then we have like let I is equal to 0, uh, I less than or like less than equal to 5, I plus plus, and then we give the particular console dot log, sorry, single quotes, this is for loop. Okay, let me choose this one. Okay, save. Okay, so let me clear all this. 15. So this is how it performs. So it will perform 5 times. Got it? Sorry, 6 times. Less than, because 0 is there, right? So it will perform something like say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's 6 times. So if you put it 1, no issues. This will be performed. Okay. So any doubts here till now? Just a small task for you for tomorrow. There is something called foreign actually for in JavaScript. Just try to explore this one and come tomorrow so that we'll have a discussion on the other topics. Okay. So we have consumed like 5 minutes more. Sorry to about that. Tomorrow we'll maintain a strict timing. Yeah. So there is just a task for tomorrow is like there is a loop called foreign. Okay, for in actually. It's like a for each loop actually. So just try to explore it up so that tomorrow we'll have the discussion on the first 5 minutes or let's say 2-3 minutes because it's a very small one, and then we'll go ahead. So any doubts here so far till now? Italy, Mike, Vikram, Sumati, Jagdish. Any doubt?
No, no,
No doubts. No doubts.
Yeah. Then we'll close off for today. And just a small thing, like tomorrow while coming, just have this small thing foreign. How does it work? So that tomorrow we'll discuss it because foreign is very much useful iteration loop when compared to the for loop. So let's discuss that. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks for attending, guys. Yeah. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good evening.